G'day, welcome back to another episode of Ozstar Adventures. I'm Michael and today we are out in my alfresco. We're going to use the little red Weber kettle behind us here, some Heat Beads original charcoal, and we're going to make pulled pork. I can't wait. First thing that we got, I went down to when I was last down in Perth, I went to beef shed down there where I get all my meat, and they had this pork shoulder, boned, rolled, bagged, ready to go. So we're going to use this to make our pulled pork. So first things first, out of the bag and onto the board. And there it is. We'll deal with that in a second. There's our pulled pork ready to go, and it can't get any more simpler than this. No binders. I'm not using any binder today because it's obviously just come out of the bag, so it's fairly moist. It does have the skin on it, and I'm just going to leave all of that there as it is. And today we're going to use Lane's Magic Dust. So very nice. It's sweet, it's not spicy, it's got no chili in it, so, well, it has chili in it, but it's not a chili bite, burn on the tongue, and it's very mild and nice, and the kids enjoy it and the wife enjoys it, so that's what we're using today, Lane's Magic Dust. Come on, dog, out of here. And all I'm going to do is sprinkle this over the whole thing. Just like this. So very liberally applied, and that net is going to help a lot of the spice stick, the rub, like so. As I say, it does have the skin on it, and I should probably pull it off, and I think I will. There we have it. Alright, tuck all that back in, give it a roll on the board here, pick up all of that excess dust, give it another shake. Again, roll on the board. There we have it, ready to go. So I'm now going to put this on the wire rack over the tray, like such. That there is now going to go in the fridge. It's going to sit in the fridge for a couple of hours to sweat and build up that moist, wet outside that makes the smoke stick to the meat. So this goes in here now, and I'm only going to leave it in here for a couple of hours, but you could leave this overnight if you wanted to. And then in the meantime, I'm going to clean all of this up and set the smoker up, set the Weber up, and I'll bring you back when we're ready to go. I'll show you what we're doing there. Alright, here we are at the kettle. So it's only a little 21 inch kettle, or it's an 18, 17 inch kettle. It's only a small one, and going to be perfect for pulled pork. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do minion today, where I'm just going to put some of the charcoal in one side and then some lip beads on the other side, and it'll just burn its way through slowly. So aluminium alfoil tray in there, and just the original heat beads. I think they're the best. I do have Weber heat beads. I find they take a long time to get lit. When they do get lit, they burn very nicely, but it takes a fair bit to get them going. So, chuck a couple more in there. Alright, so that's about all I'm going to put in there for that. I can always add more charcoal in here later if I need. But I'm going to put my lip beads in this side. My alfoil tray now goes back in. Like, and then my grill goes back on top. Now I need to go and get some, I'm going to use apple wood today for my smoke, and I'm going to go and put 6 or 7, maybe 8 of these in my chimney and get them going, ready to go. So let's go over there and do that. Alright, so 6 to 8 bits of charcoal in here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do 9. You can't do 9, you've got to do 10. Alright, 10 bits of charcoal. Shift the bag out of the way. Underneath here I've got 2 firelighters. Bloody windy this morning. 1, 2, chimney over the top, and now we leave that till they're all ashed over. Here we are. It's all ashed over and white, so let's go get these into the kettle and get going. I've also got some boiling water here, so I just boil the kettle water and I'll tip that in the aluminium tray, just the temperature stable in the kettle. So just fill this tray up. Alright, so the tray is full of water. On goes the rack. I've got apple and cherry, and they go in here. Actually, I'm not going to put them in just yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my temperature probe in to here, like so. Turn that on. Another probe for the metal, for the meat. I'm going to put this on with the vents facing over the meat, so the drawer is this way. All my vents are wide open at the moment, and I'm going to let that get up to temp, and then once that's, and I want this to run around 115, 120 all day, I'll start closing down the bottom vent, and then we'll get the meat in and we'll get cooking. So we'll come back when that's at temp. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that, but the kettle temp is 109. So I've closed down the bottom vent to about halfway, and what we're going to do now is we're going to throw in the pork. So Pork has been sitting in the fridge, sweating, allowing that rub to really stick, which it has. Looks bloody sensational. See, there's a bit of liquid in the bottom of the tray. Don't know if you can see that. Anyway, jam a probe in. That gives us an internal temperature. And now sit the pork here, away from the heat, direct heat. And this is when we now chuck our block of cherry and block of oak, block of apple. Up my grill. One down there, one over here for a little bit later smoke. Lid back on. And that's it. We are done. So that now sits in there and just tonks along. Okay, so it's been 20 minutes, half hour or something, and the temperature's up to 119. Not sure if you can see that, hopefully you can. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shut down that bottom vent just a little bit more.
What are we making, Dad?
Pulled pork, mate.
Nice.
Alright, so just close that vent down just a smidgen, and we'll come back in another 20 minutes, half hour, and see what that's doing. And our pork is up to 73, 74 degrees. So we're going to take it out, put it in the tray. We've got some juice to pour around the side, seal it back up, chuck it in back in the Weber. So here she is now. She's looking sensational. Got really nice bark and colour on it. And what I'll do is this. She's looking really good. Absolutely sensational. Alright, put you back up there. So we are going to pull it out of here. And then get the tongs, this should be bloody hot. Alright, in there we're using the old apple and mango juice. Give us a nice nice bit of fruity flavour into the pulled pork. Complement the Lane's Magic Dust. Right, don't need a lot, just a little bit. And then a couple of sheets of foil over the top, or one, whatever you need. Just like so. And then that goes back in there. And that's it. Close that back up. That's been chugging along at a steady 118 degrees for the last couple of hours, so everything's looking good. We leave that now until that is ready. That's it for now, and we'll see you back when that's at temp, ready to be put into the cooler. All right. Cheers. Alright, it's that time. Been out, done a bunch of jobs. This thing's been tonking along. It's been sitting on 117, 18, 120 for that whole time. And my pork is ready. So I have just checked it with my probe, but I'll show you what I mean when it's ready. Alright, I'll bring you in nice and close here, because this is what I mean when the pork is ready. Oh, how good does that look? I don't want to ruin my alfoil. So I've got my temperature probe, and it's very little pressure to push that in. all over the place. That is soft, soft, soft. Got a great bark on it. She looks sensational. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put my alfoil back on. Got the whole tray. It's just going to go sit inside my big barbecue and cool down a bit. I'm not going to bother with a hold and a rest in a cooler because it is so tender and ready. All I am going to do is just let it come off the heat and cool down before we start ripping it up with the old bear claws. So up it comes. That's just going to rest there now. I'm just going to close the lid and leave it, and we'll come back when I'm shredding it, pulling it apart, because it will be sensational. Here we are ready to go. That's been chilling in there for 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and I've been watching Freo lose. Very much like Freo. Hot start, but can't maintain it. Alright, here she is in all her glory. Now I'm not even going to tip the juice out. Got a knife. First step, some gloves. Okay, knife, net's coming off. We don't want to eat this. I think the last time I did a pulled pork was out at Landor. Pulled pork, pulled beef, a couple of chickens, I'm pretty sure. Alright. And here we go. That comes the pork. Oh, she's falling apart. Ooh, yeah. She's got a great bark on the top. And there we go. Alright, that can go sit there. And here is the pork. Ready to pull. That looks bloody-sational. Now here comes the best part. This will show you how ready this is. Bear claws. But here we go. Look at the nice colour in that. Nice bark on it. Here we go. Oh. Chef's kiss on that one. Alright. I'm going to finish up down here. There's not much to do actually. Clean the rubbish up. Put the foil back over the top. And then take it all upstairs. Rightio. I'm going to make a salad, coleslaw. Very simple. One coleslaw bag. That goes in here. Mandy's also making a brown rice and broccolini salad over here. Floor. Job done. Now for a bit of a dressing, Kewpie mayo.
What we're making, the sauce.
Salad dressing, coleslaw dressing.
Nice.
lemon juice. Can you get me the olive oil over there, please? About that much. A little bit of Dijon mustard. About that much.
How many squirts?
Open the top. Pour it in. About a tablespoon, about that much. Yep, that'll do. And then a little pinch of salt. Give that a stir. And the lemon juice and the olive oil thins out the mayo. Gives it a little bit of zing. Plenty of other ways you can do this. You could use sour cream and all of the same things. You could use creme fraiche. Huh? Is it? And then over the top.
Perfect.
And then dress our salad. And that's our slaw done.
I'll go grab some hummus.
Easiest slaw to make ever. Alright. That goes back on there. We'll set the table in a minute and we'll come back and show you what happens. Here we are. Soft white bread roll. Pulled pork.
Ooh, it's looking good. Buttered.
A little bit of pulled pork. I'll pulled pork for you. A little bit of coleslaw.
Your separate tongues right now?
Not yet.
Okay.
And there we have one pulled pork burger. Looks bloody sensational. There you go.
Thank you. Would you like the other plate?
Nope, all good. Alright, we're going to take this to the table and we'll go see what it's all like. Got me burger, got me salad on the side, brown rice and broccolini salad.
Sword my cup off.
There's the pulled pork burger. What's it like?
I don't know, let's find out.
Channel 7 celebrities also a major draw card. But we got up for it this morning and go for a walk.
Doesn't need barbecue sauce?
No. It doesn't need barbecue sauce.
No,
Sorry, I didn't understand what you said.
doesn't need barbecue sauce.
Doesn't need barbecue sauce.
No,
That is good.
that much is. So,
That's very good. Anyway, that's us done. Thanks for watching the video. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.